everybody, it's Janae Canis. Welcome back to Lectin Free Solutions. Today it is about 100 degrees outside and I have decided I'm not turning the oven on. So I am going to make a really simple recipe. It's a sardine pate. Now before you turn off and you go, ooh, I hate sardines, hear me out. This, is actually really a great recipe. It's full of omega-3 fatty acids, so it's great for your heart, it's great for your brain, and it actually is really tasty. When I first started as a patient with Dr. Gundry, well, my whole family actually, we were encouraged to start eating more sardines because they're so great for brain health. And I just thought, I don't think I can eat those. They just did not appeal to me in any way. So I started actually making salads, and I started off with a half of a little tiny sardine underneath a big mound of guacamole to hide it. And I thought, well, I'm trying. I really was trying to like them, but I wasn't having great success. And then I think it's maybe about 9 years ago, we had our first trip to Portugal, and I fell in love with sardines. The whole aroma of them cooking on an open grill in olive oil and garlic was just so fantastic. And I started eating them there. We started finding better varieties, and I really developed a flavor for them or a taste for them. And now we eat sardines at least once a week. This is a really, really quick recipe. You don't have to cook. I'm going to make just a small amount. Tom and I eat very little animal protein during a week, and especially on a daily basis. So you may find that this recipe you want to double. I am going to just use 1 can of sardines, and these cans are from Costco. They're, if you're just starting out eating sardines, you might want to try this variety. It's very, very mild, not fishy at all. Normally, I like to buy them from Morocco or from Portugal, and I like to find them in olive oil with hot, spicy peppers. But these are a really great place to start. Okay, so this recipe is so easy. It's 1 can of sardines. We're going to add that into this little bitty food processor. Now, as I started to say before, if you're a bigger meat eater or a bigger protein eater, just double this recipe. Or if you have a family, you can use as many cans as you need. But this recipe is more than enough for Tom and I. Now, most pâtés actually are made with butter to give them a creamier, richer flavor. Well, we're not allowed to eat butter, no saturated fat. So what I'm going to use as a replacement is for 1 can, it's going to be 1 hard-boiled egg yolk, and that's going to give it a nice creamy consistency. Put that in there. I am going to use shallots. Now, you can use green onions, you can use red onion, you can use shallots, fresh shallots, any type that you have. These happen to be some pickled shallots that I got at my Arab market that really have great flavor. They're in turmeric and vinegar, and I'm going to use about a teaspoon of those. I'm going to use a teaspoon of capers and about a half a teaspoon. I'm going to use Grey Poupon mustard. You can use any type of mustard that you like, or if you don't like mustard, just leave that out. That's about a half. And I'm also, you can use olive oil for this. I'm going to use Carlson's lemon flavored cod liver oil. This doesn't have any flavor with the exception of a very strong lemon flavor. So it's just going to give it a little bit stronger lemon flavor. And it also will give us more omega-3 fatty acids. So just a little bit of that, maybe a teaspoon. And then I'm going to use this is a big lemon from our garden. I'm going to use the zest of maybe half of this lemon. And then we'll use about a teaspoon of the juice of the lemon. Not too much, because we don't want the pâté to be too wet. That should be good. And then let me cut a little bit of juice off from here and see if I can get, what do you know, I got a section with no seeds. So that's about a teaspoon of lemon juice. And then all we're going to do is put the lid on the food processor and process this. Now, if you don't have a food processor, don't feel intimidated. You can mix this all up by hand. It'll take a little bit more elbow grease, but there's no reason that you can't do that. This is a tiny little food processor. It's great for little jobs like this. Also nice for nuts if you're just doing a very small amount. Okay, that's it. We'll take this out. You know what I think? Before I plate it up, I'll go ahead and put it on this little dish so you can get a better look at what it looks like before I plate it up with all of the vegetables. Okay, we're back. I've plated up the sardine pate on the hearts of butter lettuce and topped them with a Kalamata olive. We are serving that with jicama, carrot sticks, and some, guess what, walnut rolls that I made this week. And that is going to be our dinner. I really hope that you guys will give this a try. It's, I know it's hard to get your head around eating sardines, but it's so great for your brain, and I hope you'll give it a try. And again, as always, thank you so much for your constant support. And while you're here, please like and subscribe, and I can make more content like this for you. See you next time.